Hey, what is going on YouTube? Aaron here. We are back on the Mac Boys, and we have the patch notes for you guys. A very content-filled patch notes. To be short about it, no, we do not have training rooms in this patch notes, but I think they kind of hinted at that at the last stream. But we've been having a lot of fun on Call of Duty and even warships. Just kind of relaxing and letting the game to us, playing those off-tier ships, and we're actually getting a lot more ships in this update to play. You can see kind of the highlights here, and I, as you guys know, I briefly go over the highlights myself. But let's get right into it. Royal Navy and Marine Nationale to expand to Tier 8. So we're getting the British and French Tier 8 tech trees, or finishing tech trees. So destroyer, cruiser, and battleship. And those ships are going to be the Jutland, the Neptune, and the Temamari, whatever. That is basically a lion on steroids, as Mr. Blip, as Lord Blip described it to me. For the French, we have destroyer Mogador, which is a basically down-tiered Kleber, I think, cruiser St. Louis, and battleship Alsace. So the Burgoyne and all the Burgoyne lovers and haters are going to be experiencing that in Tier 8. The Alsace is basically a Burgoyne without any of the reload boost or anything like that. It's 12, 15-inch guns. I do believe. I looked at a few of these. St. Louis is Charles Martel on steroids. So it's basically just an up-tiered version of the Tier 7 counterparts. But the Tier Marie is a Legends exclusive. And as we said, it is a Lion on steroids. It was supposed to be a Lion class. I believe this is the one. It would have been a Lion class battleship. She was laid down at 39, but construction suspended later that year. I'm not sure if I can release any of the details on it, but there is a slot upgrade similar to how some of the Germans do it, I guess I can say, which will make the ship rather spicy. If I wasn't supposed to say that, oops, but you guys will find out on Monday. Anyway, back to my notes here. The Brewing Storm campaign, the Hayate, we knew this, so she will be quite the fire starter, owning her quick reload, chance of ignition upon impact. So basically, this is going to be a versatile torp boat instead of just being a useless torp boat. Not sure why we needed destroyers at the tier, especially with this, and then the daring, but anyway. And speaking of the daring, we are getting, hold on, we'll go back to that. We are getting the Daring Bureau project. I really wanted to go over this because this is going to be one of my favorite destroyers. We had a little sneak peek video about it. She's in testing, but she's coming out in the Bureau. So like I said last patch notes, we're getting a lot more ships in the Bureau. And I want to give credit where credit is due. Wargaming is listening in to certain things. I don't think they're listening to others, but if we're going to be critical of them, we can also compliment them, as we said in my my taking a break video or whatever I called it. But anyway, the Darren is in the Bureau, and that will be a ship I will hopefully get a first look at. The CCs usually get to test them or showcase them for 2 weeks there. But anyway, ranked duels are back, the one-on-one. And that actually might be something I might have a little fun in. Hopefully it's tiers 5 through 8 because it says 4 seasons, but regardless of that, and some people are like, wait, that's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 4. And then we have a pirate event. Save the date, use Scallywags. Starting from December 1st, you can exchange your shiny funds for captains and boats in the store. I don't know what this is going to be about. I think they said it's going to be French ships. Yeah. Rovers under the British and French flags. I love combining those two words, but anyway, the Wallet Warriors rejoice. Black Friday is here. Don't worry, you will not miss it. But just be cautious. I'm already seeing. I see something here, but we'll go over it first, and then we'll point that out. So Italian Tier 3 battleship Dante Alighieri, complete with alternative SAP shell module, available for free. Japanese cruiser Ibuki with improved accuracy. Italian premium cruiser Duca. German premium cruiser Z39, and the German battleship Bismarck. Excuse me. A lot of you are thinking, just like I am right now, aren't all of those ships already in the game? And like their tech tree for the most part, or half of them? And you would be correct. I think this is a kind of one of Wargaming's tactics employs to get you guys to buy something. Now, apparently, this Bismarck has better secondary range, which, if you guys like the fireworks like we mentioned, yes, 1 out of 10 games, you might get a good game in those things. But also, I guess if you win the Powerball tonight, the 1.2 billion, then sure. But regardless of that, those are in the store. Spend them wisely. Now, the crates are very good choices, but I to be honest, I feel like these are just a bunch of crate fillers. So Let's get it going here, and that is all the content. But we do have a large chunk of balancing changes here, and buffs, nerfs, and the what did I see here? Changes to the tier 8. I'm in the center of a handful of ships. Okay, so yeah, a bunch of these tier 8 ships have been adjusted. The cruiser Ibuki has been buffed, as well as Igumo, and the cruiser Rune has been buffed as well. Basically, it's not really that much of a buff. It's just a buff to her main battery, 180-degree turn time. Downey was nerfed, and if you believe it, Dimitri Donskoy was actually buffed. Her HP was increased, her radar was increased, her sonar was increased, and I think was it the damage to her shells? No, it's just those things. But I don't know, man. Dimitri was a strong cruiser to me, but yes, the champagne of all things was buffed. That needed to be happen like a year ago. But anyway, and the sweet revenge of wargaming. For those that don't know, I actually sold my Graf Zeppelin on stream because Ghetto Streamlabs kept donating me to play it, and that thing was a pile of steaming dog shit. And I actually give credit to wargaming for buffing it already. I thought it was going to take longer, to be honest, but I have no regrets. That thing was awful. I don't want to play it again. Even with these, it seems like a large amount of buffs. I still think it'll be terrible. But anywho, we've got a few more interesting changes. Modernization changes. Main battery mod 2, which is the one that increases your turret traverse speed at the cost of reload, is now changed. You will now get increased turn time and no reload debuff. So that's gonna help a lot of people, especially with those ships with very slow turret traverse, etc. Now, again, you're not getting. I like to use main battery mod 3, whatever it is, main battery reload in that slot, but it's going to create some different and unique builds. So, gunfire control system mod 2 is receiving a substantial buff as well. Increasing the main battery range from 5% to 10%. So a nearly 100% increase. Somebody do the math for me. But that's a large chunk. So you may not need beyond range now, which will put cruisers and even battleships, I guess, for more fire spam. I hope that, I don't know how this was really needed, but we could do with removing a little bit of the cruiser's range. But anyway, increase the build variety. Okay. And I guess these, which I never thought of as correct, adjusted ship traits, and then mobile improvements. Who cares? Bug fixes, hit boxes on one of the reefs in Solomon Islands, burn baby burn. A few just random bug fixes, but Richelieu's torpedo bulge is now correctly visible on armor viewer. And so there are bugs in the game. No mention of commanders. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But we actually do have a visual. I found a visual bug. I didn't find it, but somebody found a visual bug and then brought it to me. But it's just a visual bug. It's nothing more. And one of the final things of this update is something that a lot of people have been asking for a long time. So do remember these things when we're constantly complaining, and I'm guilty of that myself, but I mentioned that in the video. Anybody's going to get tired of a game if you play it 18 times, a day, but they are adding things that we have asked for. So we're offering Fords, Nagasaki, Marseille, Ocean, and Hamburg. I might chill at the Ocean port for a while, but it is nice that we can now switch. So on top of that, rudder position while in the quick commands menu. This has been something I have asked for since I streamed with Blip and Peak. But whenever you're using your command wheel, it stops your rudder, it stops your turn, and I have no idea why. They told us that it was actually an in-game feature, and they knew it was that way, but I think it's just something they didn't work on or couldn't work on until now. And I think that's the way a lot of these things go. But anyway, this is also something to watch out for. Campaigns can now be bought out with a single action inside the Admiral League backing window, even have to purchase the Admiral League backing. So be careful of that. That's just instead of saying, are you sure you want to spend 30,000 doubloons? You just do it. So I have a feeling that's going to cause a few people to be unhappy. But anyway, this, bouncing off of this here, this is a great thing. But like I said, I think it's because they're just now worked on it. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, there were no training rooms announced in this update. So I believe they said the end of this year. I'm almost sure they said the end of this year. But Robin said on stream the other day they want to over deliver and under promise instead of over promise and under deliver. And when training rooms come out, Peak and I have a very special announcement, and uh, we're going to keep it quiet for now. But basically, we have something that, I mean, a lot of you probably already can guess, but anyway. That is the patch notes, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Been playing a little bit of Call of Duty. Almost dropped a nuke tonight. A lot of fun. So we'll be back on ships, especially on Monday as well. But appreciate you guys. Everyone have a great day. I'm out. Peace.